Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to this session. Kindly let me know if I am properly audible and visible to all of you. All good to go? Hello, welcome to the session. I think it's good to go. So, those who are watching me for the first time, my name is Niharika John Mehra. I am your faculty of English here with experience of teaching English of more than 11 years. Now, there are regular sessions that I take on YouTube. So, on this channel, just a second, people. So, on this channel, my classes are uh, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, and daily 8 p.m. classes on our other channel, that is IBPS Hub, IBPS Mentor. Okay, so you get daily dose of English, practice, a lot to learn. In editorial session, we do comprehension, vocabulary, and whatnot. So please make sure you are regular. जल्दी से सेशन को लाइक और शेयर कर दो. मेक श्योर टू सब्सक्राइब एंड चेक आउट द डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स whenever you get time, because there is a link of a Telegram group, and that group will help you with free PDFs. You can easily get free PDFs of classes that are conducted here, and वो आपकी बहुत helpful रहेंगे. Okay, so we are going to do some EPFO level questions today, just like we have been doing lately, and timer के साथ में आपको ने आंसर करना है. Okay, so you people are ready, I hope so. You have to answer here in the chat, but of course like और share करने के बाद. That's your first question. Each of the directors, each of takes plural, expressed concern over what? Over the policy's ambiguity, which they believed. Now, they is for directors, understandable. They believe were poorly drafted. You need to understand drafting was done on what thing? Ambiguity, policy, director. Who is being, what is being drafted? Policy is being drafted, which is singular, so we want was over here, which they believe was poorly drafted, because we are using this for policy word over here. Okay, hence the answer for this one is D. Next question. Come on, guys, you have to answer, okay? Now there is this issue of parallelism here. Definitely C is the answer. The CEO not only promised to increase employee benefits, but also implementing. Now, implementing को इधर उधर करने से better है. Or actually, if we go with changing the word implementing, that would require a lot of other changes in other parts. So, what do we do? After not only we have verb, so let's put verb here. Let's insert the verb, same verb, promised. He not only promised to do something but promised implementing a fair promotion. Okay, or implementing को भी आप 2 plus V1 कर दो, but also promised to implement because to increase बोला है, so but also promised to implement a fair promotion policy. Question number 3 answer is A. Being the largest exporter in Asia, the company's reputation. See, guys, this is a modifier. Now, whenever you have the such a structure where there is a beginning like so, you need to make sure whatever this beginning explains is about the main subject, which is the word reputation here. In this case, it doesn't go well with each other. Being the largest exporter, the company is the exporter, not the reputation. So this first part, I have to make changes in it. I'll have to say, the company being the largest exporter in Asia, reputation of it has grown remarkably over the past decade. Okay, so the company being the largest exporter, this first part is actually wrong, so we have to change it. There are multiple ways to do it. Okay, the company being ko rakhna hai, so you will do that way, but definitely A is the part that is making the sentence wrong. Okay, hence A is your answer. Good afternoon. Answer to fourth one is D. Okay. The auditor asked for a detailed explanation regarding the discrepancy that was noticed last night. Yesterday night nahi hota. Yesterday itself is uh, like the whole previous day. So we, as we say today, tonight, similarly last night. Yesterday night is informal. It's just the night time, no? Not the whole day. Learn. Here is the time for you people. Many a student is a classic structure, many a singular. It takes singular verb with it. So very, very easy. We wanted has over here. This is a simple question because if you know, you know. No sooner had the meeting ended, then the combination, the pair that goes with no sooner is then, when nahi aega. Okay. The information provided is essential for preparation of compliance report. Of course, information is uncountable, so is supposed to be used. Next one. This is a very interesting one. I'm waiting for people to answer this particular question. Eighth. So the answer, first of all, is B. Now you need to know there are certain words they may confuse you because they sound same, or they for us they are same, but they are actually not. There is a very small difference of a space. Okay, now set up is the verb form. Set up is a noun. The government needs to set up new regulatory bodies to tackle emerging threats. So this is an action. To plus verb, that's what I need. And hence, set up with a space, not set up, that is a noun. Okay. So he has a new setup now. That is when I use SETUP just like one word. Okay. So set space up. We want verb. You got the answer right. I'm happy about it. Just what I wanted to hear. Nobody mentioned that. That's okay. Hmm. Okay, so we have the answer here. Okay. Neither the allegations nor the evidence is singular. Okay. Supports the charges against the officer. E is the answer. Yeah, no error. Answer is E, na ninth wale ka. It's E. In case you have joined late, अभी भी बहुत सारे questions बाकी. We have many questions left to do. Plus, make sure to like and share. The organization has grown rapidly and now employs, because we are using singular subject. यहाँ तो singular लगा दिया. After and we are repeating. We are not repeating, but we are using another verb that also should be in agreement with the singular noun. So employees with S should be used. Na? Let's do some vocabulary related questions. Peoples is not required. No, when we use the word peoples, it's for people from different nations or territory. We are talking about employing people from the same country. So peoples की need नहीं है वहाँ पे. Coming to question number 11, where you are supposed to highlight the incorrect used word in a sentence. Here, D is your answer. The company consolidated its operations in Asia. It strengthened. He consolidated his position by forming alliance. Unity milakar strengthened. The professor consolidated her lecture notes. The professor took all notes together, made it stronger than before. The team consolidated their losses after the match. Losses को इकट्ठा करके strong कैसे करा जाता है, right? So consolidate, which means bringing things together to make something stronger, putting strength in it through unity, through accumulation. तो उसको consolidate बोलते हैं, and D is using the word incorrectly. This is a very commonly asked vocab in any government exam. Mitigate, lessening something that is negative. Mitigate, the government took steps to mitigate climate change. Okay, effects of climate change in a way. Meditation helps mitigate stress, it does. He mitigated his responsibility. You cannot lessen your responsibility, definitely sees the answer. Disaster risk can be mitigated. Okay, so that's the meaning of mitigate, to lessen the impact of something harmful, calming down, थोड़ा सा राहत लेकर आना in Hindi. Adverse. Adverse weather disrupted the flights. Okay, that's true. Adverse is harmful, negative, difficult to handle. Yeah, we can. The report faced adverse criticism from the panel. What kind of criticism is adverse and not adverse? Harsh criticism, we could have said. So, of course, B is the answer. The policy could have negative effects. Yes, it is correctly used. Negative conditions were reported at the site, adverse, harmful conditions were reported. So, D is also correct. 13th answer is B. Okay. For 14th, answer is D. Anything that is precarious is unsure, unpredictable, also dangerous. So if financial condition is unstable, there is a risk attached. Correct. She stood precariously on the ledge, carelessly. The country's peace rests on a precarious balance that is not so reliable balance. We cannot rely on it. He has a precarious control over grammar. That's not correct. It could be a good control, it could be a bad, a weak control, but precarious, risky control makes no sense. Easy word. A formal approval is to sanction. So the committee sanctioned the proposal, it gave it a green signal. Correct. The UN imposed sanctions on the regime. Now, in the second sentence, sanctions, the word is used as a noun. Okay, so as a noun, whenever there is a penalty for not following a law, it is called a sanction. Also, it is used for approval of an action. In both the ways, B is also correct. His actions received official sanction. Okay, now this is the penalty I was talking about. One of the meanings of the word sanction as a noun is penalty, so C is also correct. They sanctioned the employees for good behavior. Now you can sanction salary of employees salaries, and you can sanction some good bonus for employees or something, but employees खुद को sanction कैसे करेंगे? Logical नहीं है ना? So D is the answer. The committee was asked to submit its report by Monday, but it failed to dash the deadline. क्या करेंगे हम? Honor the deadline, okay? Because see, this is again not the literal honor. How would you maintain? Maintain is keeping something in the same way, same state. You maintain your health on a daily basis, right? Something that we do on a constant basis. But then committee was asked to submit the report, but it failed to honor the deadline. मतलब meet the deadline. उस डेडलाइन को रख नहीं पाए, जैसा जो बोला था उस दिन नहीं कर पाए. Answer here is honor the deadline. So this is called collocation. Okay, I will tell you. Like do the mistake. He did a mistake. ऐसा नहीं बोलते. He made a mistake. Literal meaning of making something is to create something. But still, we use make with the word mistake. Similarly, when you keep the deadline or you there is a deadline or something that is to be followed, we say honoring the deadline. Okay, so if you don't know, now you know. B is the answer. Yes, arguments lacked clarity, there is a clue, and were often filled with ambiguous statements because clarity is not there. There is ambiguity, there is no clear meaning. So, this was super easy, right? Acha, earlier one, I don't think there was any such tough word. Uh, Here, articulate is to put things into words to communicate clearly. उसको articulate करना बोलते हैं. Adhesive is like a glue, something like to stick something else with anything that we use. So that is adhesive. The organization is committed to dash transparency. So they want to make sure that the transparency is there. So that is upholding. You don't enforce transparency. Transparency is something that you uphold, you maintain, enforce. The action of enforcing could be done on law, policy, rules. Transparency is not one of the things that you can enforce. Like there is a mandatory action required when enforce का action होता है. Okay. Similarly, the reasoning go for the word impose. So we are saying upholding transparency. Making sense? The data was manipulated to create a false sense of security. Okay, so that's the idiomatic phrase that we use. A false sense of security doesn't mean literal security, but creating something. When I say there is a false sense of security, that means the assurance part. The data was manipulated ताकि लोगों को लगे सब ठीक है. That's what we want to talk about. So it's false sense of security. If you read a lot, you will come across such phrases and you then know the right answer. The plan was rejected because it was financially dash and politically unpopular. So of course we need a negative word. Financially unfeasible, not practical. Okay, हो नहीं सकने वाला. So D is the answer for 20th one. Prudent is something wise, right? Viable होता तो positive हो जाता. Insular is limited, something which is limited, which is restricted, उसको insular बोलते हैं. We always go with the sentence improvement question in a way where I can correct the sentence in the best, shortest way possible. Okay, we don't want to keep too many unnecessary words. So he refused the offer, which surprised the manager. A is your answer. Correct this sentence. Ah, anyone? No answer. Is it? The speaker, in spite of being nervous, delivered his speech with confidence. So the right, see, confidently as an adverb is not wrong, but the placement of it this way is wrong. You want to talk about how he delivered, okay? And the correction here is going to be B. That makes more sense, no? That he was nervous first, now he was with more strength. Answer is C. The committee demanded that the data is verified. Demanded, remember, insisted, suggested, demanded. We take word first form as it is, bare infinitive, be verified. Subjunctive mode, be verified. That's it. The whole sentence is to be. If she would have studied harder, she would have passed. Now, please understand. This is a condition, no doubt. Something that relates to past. If the condition was fulfilled in the past, results would have changed in the past. This is a typical type 3 conditional. So in that case, अगर if से शुरू करना है, so I want past perfect, and then I can say would have verb third form. If this is not present, then had से शुरू करके I will make my sentence. Had she studied harder, she would have passed. That is my option number B. Hence my answer. Anyway, okay, so yes. It's very easy because the policy will be effective, which is in future tense. For that, the condition needs to be in the present tense. The policy will be effective after the government publishes the notification. Okay, so C was your. ठीक है. I hope सारे question आज के clear हो गए होंगे आपको. You guys might have learned a lot, enjoyed the session a lot, right? That's it, guys. We are gonna meet now in the evening at 8 p.m. on our other channel for editorial. Okay, so if you want the updates, you want any kind of information, connect with us. You can see even there is this number given on our in our PDFs on our website. Do check it out and join our Telegram for more free PDFs. Okay, who doesn't want that, right? So take care, all of you. I will see you in some time. Bye bye.